Welcome back to Africa Watch on the Dr. Mumbi Show. Thanks for watching, guys. So now the Guinea president has donated 2 million euros to the reconstruction of Notre Dame, even though he couldn't donate to his fellow African brothers and sisters after Cyclone Idai, where in Mozambique alone, they're saying that allegedly 1,000 people have lost their lives. So much reconstruction is needed. Imagine what 2 million euros would do to help our Mozambique or Malawi or Zimbabwe brothers and sisters. But I guess, you know, he's a billionaire and he can do whatever he wants to do with that money. But what's painful is that money has come from his people and his nation, from him robbing them blind. And, you know, Ghanaian president donates $2 million. And people were really upset because he was one of the first to tweet. And yet Accra actually had floods a week or so ago. And he didn't tweet about that. He didn't tell his people he was sorry. He didn't say anything. But he has time to wake up in the middle of the night and tweet about Notre Dame fire. I mean, it's just, people need to wake up to what is happening. There's such a mind control. Like, our minds have been totally locked down and shut down by things such as this. I mean, it really is just the saddest situation ever. And there's also this Ivorian chief who has also said that he is going to donate money, you know, to the fund. He said that, you know, he had sought the approval of the elders, and they had agreed that they should donate funds to the rebuilding of Notre Dame. They talked about their long history with France. Let's not forget, first of all, I mean, wasn't Ivory Coast like a former colony of, you know, a former colony of France, and yet this chief is donating money? And, you know, he talked about how the reason they were donating money is because there was this prince who during the reign of King Louis XIV, there was a prince from this Ivorian Coast, nation. It's actually called the Kingdom of Sanwi, and it's in southeastern Ivory Coast. Now, during the 17th century, this young prince called Anaiba, he was actually Anaiba. He was actually about 15 years old. He went over to France, went to Notre Dame, and had some kind of mystical experience. And after that mystical experience, he asked to meet the king. And when he met the king, he talked about, you know, they connected, they bonded, whatever. And the king actually baptized him with his name. So this prince from Ivory Coast became, you know, Prince Anaiba Louis, or Louis Anaiba. I mean, this just shows you the wizardry of this. The mental cloning started many, many years ago. And so they talked about how, you know, he ended up being taken under the wing and protected by King Louis XIV. And he was given a pension, and he lived pretty large. He had horses, he had women, he had, you know, he had a nice house, etc. And when his father died, he actually returned to the Ivory Coast, but it was ignored by the new king. And very little is known as to what exactly happened to him after that. Some say that he ended up in Togo and became an advisor to the Kingdom of Togo, which was booming and thriving at that time. Others say that he actually went back to France and lived out his days, and others say he went blind, etc. And, you know, so many stories. But all these people donating to the former colonizer. I mean, maybe, am I seeing this wrong? Am I being biased? What do you guys think? Is it normal? Is it good? Should we support our neighbors? Well, should we support our former colonizers? Don't Africans have more urgent things to be doing? I mean, Ghana, the government, that is government money. At least, you know, I think Alpha Conde, that was his money. He just donated 2 million euros. But Ghana, that's the government of Ghana. And let me tell you something even more crazy. No European company has pledged any money for the restoration of the Notre Dame Cathedral. What they've said is they'll provide expertise, they'll provide assistance on technical assistance, etc. But you haven't heard Macron, you know, you haven't heard Merkel or, you know, May talking about we're going to donate 10 million euros, we're going to donate even €1 million to the reconstruction of Notre Dame. And yet our Africans, who are way poorer, are busy giving out their money. Sometimes that's why some nations are rich and some nations are poor. But let me know what you think about this. I mean, I was outraged. I'd love to hear from you. Go ahead and leave your comments and like and share the video. Mwah.
Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up.